Emergency room doctors reveal 7 body signals seniors must know. This could save your life. The greatest wealth is health. Virgil, welcome to Golden Years Wisdom Channel, where we believe that aging is not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Today, we're discussing something vitally important: recognizing your body's urgent warning signals. Our bodies speak to us in many ways, and understanding this language can mean the difference between a close call and a life-changing event. If you find value in our carefully researched content designed especially for our wise and wonderful senior community, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell. Your support allows us to continue creating these potentially life-saving videos. Now, let's dive into these essential health signals that deserve your immediate attention. When words fail recognizing the signs of stroke. When Martha, a vibrant 84-year-old watercolor artist, suddenly couldn't form her words properly one Sunday afternoon, her granddaughter noticed immediately that something was wrong. The slight drooping on one side of Martha's usually expressive face wasn't obvious to Martha herself, but it was a critical signal that her brain needed help right away. That quick observation and immediate action meant Martha was back at her easel within weeks, her recovery a testament to the power of timely intervention. Our brains are miraculous organs that sometimes need swift protection when things go wrong. If you notice sudden difficulty speaking, facial asymmetry, or unexpected weakness on one side, remember the acronym FAST: face drooping, arm weakness. Speech difficulties, time to call emergency services. These symptoms don't announce themselves with fanfare. They often arrive quietly, but responding to them quickly can preserve your independence and quality of life. The heart's urgent message. Understanding chest discomfort. James, at 76, had always prided himself on staying active through daily walks in his neighborhood park. The day he felt an unusual pressure across his chest while sitting and reading his morning newspaper, he dismissed it as indigestion from his breakfast. It wasn't crushing or dramatic, like heart attacks on television, just a persistent discomfort that didn't feel quite right, along with a strange fatigue that seemed to settle over him like a heavy blanket. His wife's insistence on seeking help revealed a significant blockage requiring immediate treatment. The signs of heart trouble in seniors are often subtle whispers rather than dramatic shouts. Any unfamiliar chest sensation, tightness, pressure, burning, or discomfort that spreads to your jaw, neck, or arms deserves medical attention without delay. These quiet messages from your heart aren't interruptions to your day. They're potentially life-preserving warnings that honor your wisdom by addressing them promptly. When breathing becomes burdensome, shortness of breath as a critical signal. Eleanor, a devoted gardener of 79 years, noticed one evening that simply walking from her kitchen to her living room left her struggling for breath, as if she climbed a mountainside. Having always been able to tend to her beloved rose garden without trouble, this sudden change frightened her, rightfully so. The unexplained breathlessness led to the discovery of a small blood clot in her lung, something that could have been catastrophic without prompt treatment. Breathing is our most fundamental connection to life, and when it becomes difficult without exertion, your body is raising an urgent flag. If you find yourself short of breath while reading, watching television, or even resting, don't attribute it to normal aging or wait to see if it improves. This kind of breathlessness may signal heart problems, lung issues, or blood clots requiring immediate medical attention, conditions where hours can make a profound difference in outcome. Mental clarity matters. Sudden confusion as an emergency signal. Thomas, a retired professor of 88 years known for his sharp mind and quick wit, suddenly couldn't remember which floor his apartment was on one Tuesday morning. His normally organized thoughts seemed scattered, and he appeared disoriented about time and place, an abrupt change that alarmed his neighbor, who found him wandering the hallway. This sudden mental fog wasn't dementia arriving overnight. but rather his body's alarm system signaling a serious urinary tract infection that had quickly affected his brain function. Our minds are sensitive barometers that often signal when something elsewhere in the body is wrong. Sudden confusion, disorientation, or unusual behavior changes aren't simply senior moments. They may be urgent messages about infection, oxygen deprivation, medication reactions, or even stroke. These symptoms deserve the same emergency response as physical pain because they often indicate serious underlying conditions that require swift intervention to prevent permanent damage. Abdominal warnings when stomach pain signals danger. Margaret, a fiercely independent 82-year-old who lived alone, experienced a sharp pain in her lower abdomen that seemed to intensify with each passing hour. Having always handled minor discomforts on her own, she hesitated to bother anyone, taking some antacids and hoping the pain would subside by morning. By daybreak, however, the pain had become unbearable, and her daughter's insistence on immediate medical attention revealed a twisted section of intestine that required emergency surgery, a condition that could have been fatal without intervention. Our abdominal region houses vital organs that sometimes signal distress through pain that shouldn't be ignored. Sharp, severe, or rapidly worsening abdominal pain, especially when accompanied by nausea, fever, or dizziness, requires prompt medical evaluation regardless of the hour. The wisdom of years teaches us to respect our body's warnings, and nowhere is this more important than with abdominal pain that feels different or more intense than ordinary digestive discomfort. Digestive distress signals when vomiting becomes serious. Kathleen, a 76-year-old former nurse, recognized something was seriously wrong when she noticed dark, coffee ground-like material in her vomit one evening. Despite her medical background, she'd been taking daily pain relievers for arthritis without realizing the damage occurring to her stomach lining. What seemed like a simple upset stomach was actually internal bleeding that required immediate treatment. Her medical knowledge and quick action potentially saved her life. The digestive system often speaks loudly when something is wrong, and certain signals should never be ignored. Persistent vomiting that continues for hours can quickly lead to dangerous dehydration in seniors, while any trace of blood in vomit, whether bright red or dark like coffee grounds, indicates internal bleeding requiring emergency care. These aren't symptoms to monitor or manage at home. They're urgent messages that something serious is happening internally that demands professional intervention without delay. Neurological red flags: fever with neck stiffness and light sensitivity. William, an active 77-year-old community volunteer, woke one morning with what he assumed was a simple headache, but by afternoon, he couldn't bear the light coming through his windows, and turning his head caused excruciating neck pain. His normally resilient spirit was dampened by a high fever and growing confusion that worried his daughter enough to insist on immediate medical attention. The diagnosis was bacterial meningitis, a dangerous infection requiring rapid treatment that likely saved his life and preserved his cognitive abilities. When your body combines fever with neck stiffness and sensitivity to light, it's sending an urgent message about possible inflammation of the protective layers surrounding your brain. This combination, particularly when accompanied by headache or confusion, may indicate meningitis, an infection that can progress rapidly and requires immediate medical intervention. While uncommon in seniors, these symptoms deserve emergency attention as the condition can be life-threatening, yet highly treatable when caught early. Empowering yourself through awareness, knowledge that protects and preserves the wisdom you have gathered through decades of life experience enables you to recognize when something doesn't feel right in your body. That intuition is a powerful tool for protecting your health. Understanding these warning signals isn't about living in fear. It is about embracing the power of knowledge to safeguard the precious life you have built and the memories yet to be made with those you love. Your health matters not just to you, but to everyone whose life you touch with your presence, wisdom, and love. We invite you to share in the comments below which of these warning signs was most surprising to you, or perhaps a time when paying attention to your body's signals made a crucial difference. Your experiences may help another member of our Golden Years community recognize these important warnings. Remember that taking prompt action when your body signals distress isn't overreacting. It is a profound act of self-care and love for those who cherish you. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. Arabian proverb.